A very light night in the NBA. Portland Trail Blazers, San Antonio Spurs. And not necessarily the game of all games you mark on your calendar as an NBA fan. But we'll take it. It gives us a chance to see Victor Wembanyama play basketball. And again, I'm one of those dudes that's never going to complain. Any chance I get to see Wembanyama play basketball as he makes the big block there right on time. Appreciate that, Wemby, as I'm plugging you. With that being said, I think it's time I plug my channel. If you have not done so, please make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. I'm just having fun with the product. For those who are not familiar, for so many years I've been partnered with the NBA. I have been doing highlights in a part of my partnerships, like 2 to 3 minute highlights that I've been making. I thought the channel just kind of reached a stagnant point, probably like season before last. And if I'm being honest with you, I think there's a couple reasons why. There's so much basketball content that you can get pretty much every darn where now. And also social media like Twitter and Instagram are big hubs for basketball highlights. That when people head to YouTube, oftentimes they've already got caught up on their NBA night to night. Hell, I feel like I was already caught up by the time I was doing, which is my job, right? To do highlights of the NBA, at least part of one of the jobs I do as a full-time content creator. So I was like, the NBA is not monitoring. Like, it was kind of pointless for me to be in partnership with the NBA. I love my partnership with the NBA. Is Castle throws it down. But for anybody out there that was, kind of confused about things, it's like, I'm giving money away every month, a part of my partnership. We were revenue sharing. But like random dude on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter is posting highlights and not revenue sharing. And for whatever business he's working, like he's making it work for him, followers and whatever for him. I'm losing out, but I'm supposed to be the one that's gained the best access. So that didn't work as Wembanyama nails a high arcing three. And then on YouTube, I feel like, YouTube's more of a discovery hub. So guys like Golden Hoops still do great on highlights. But, look around. Even House of Highlights' highlight numbers are down nowadays, right? Like, their numbers are not great anymore. Mostly, like, you see those LeBron James takeover moments or Steph Curry shots, but they get increasingly better. Those type of things still do well on YouTube, but just night to night. And the last thing is, ironically, with Wembanyama playing in this game, right, as Scoot Henderson finds Jeremy Grant for the dunk, another thing that's kind of hurting the NBA is NFL's becoming much more popular in the country than the NBA. NBA has always had a huge global presence, right? But I believe it still matters what the states feel about the product. Hell, 98% of these games are taking place in the states, right? So, like, at the end of the day, you need America to still love this product before you care about the growing global impact. This is not soccer, which, again, soccer takes place in a multitude of different countries and regions, right? And MLS players, though they play in America, right, they play in other leagues throughout the year. So, the NBA's just got to be incredibly worried about how popular the NFL has gotten, and that's been with Peyton Manning retiring the last 5 years, Tom Brady retiring the last 5 years. Look around at the NFL right now. Everybody's invested. I think gambling helps it out a lot. Sports betting companies, sports picks companies, all that stuff helps it out a lot. And look around. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels, maybe even Caleb Williams to a degree. The NFL's already got its future looking super damn bright. If I ask you about the NBA, I'm talking about athletes that actually make you want to turn your television on. I got Anthony Edwards. I got that dude, Victor Wembanyama. I got Ja Morant when he plays. I think we're still developing guys that make you want to turn the TV on, that could make you stay in the house on a Friday night to watch hoops. Like after we get past the LeBron Stephs and the Kevin Durant's, obviously, of yesteryear, right? With the NBA still holding on. Hanging on by a thread, too. So, yeah, that's a little bit about my life. But back to this highlight. I'm going to pull some stats for you as Chris Paul finds I like to call him Champagne. Champagne nails a three.
Goes right back to him. The floater over Victor's good. Even a 1-point game. Penny inside. Wemby catches it easily.
It's interesting, right? I feel like Wembanyama, as great as he was last year, especially like that second half of the year, I don't want to use the term regress, right? I don't think that's fair. Got a new point guard. Spurs still got a lot of dudes that want to find their own games and believe they can be that guy on the team. What I would offer to you is year 2 hadn't been the hot start that I think a lot of us thought Wemby would have carrying over from season 1's momentum that he picked up towards the middle part of the season, right? Like in this game, Wembanyama goes 4 for 13, 12 points. Like a guy that size just simply cannot have more shot attempts than he does points. I'm good with him shooting threes. I don't care about that as Scoot gets seduced, but I need Wemby to be able to find 20 points even on a bad night. Like that's the standard that he's got. That comes from his greatness. Like that. Oh man, they're even going. Scoot win at Wemby. The putback jam win at Wemby. Like, come on, bro. Like, and to be fair, Wemby has been great on defense. Like right there, right on time, right on cue. He makes the play on defense. Like, I think in this game he had 4 blocks and 3 steals, something like that. Like, I thought he should have won Defensive Player last year. I think he'll definitely win it this year unless they give it to Rudy Gobert for the 27th time. That's not good news right there, Brandon. And by the way, this made me think of something. Prayers to Greg Popovich. Don't know exactly what's going on. Prayers to Brandon as well, but we heard that Pop had a serious health scare. He ain't been on the sideline the last few games. So prayers to Pop. Again, it's being classified as serious health scare. Pop's an older gentleman. Best of luck and prayers to that man. And we obviously know Pop lost his wife a few years ago. So, look, man, take your time, Pop. Take your time. So, Jeremy Grant and Wemby exchanged threes. This game got down to 5. Now we're back up to 11. Shout out to Shaden Sharp. My Vol for life.
Kelvin Johnson guarding Sharp.
Good dime. Man, Portland's really high on Kamara, ain't they? I would have Scoot out there, but that's just me. But hey.
Spurs bench. Shot clock going down. Here's Wesley driving and scoring. He's 4 for 4. Runner off the glass.
If the Spurs are able to win this game, they get to 4 and 5 on the season. All things considered, you've been without your coach. You brought in Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes. You still got young fellas that feel like they the guy. I mean, it's not a bad start. I was telling somebody the other day, like, this ain't going to be the year. Like, Boston may have a great record. OKC may have a great record. Honestly, we'll see about everybody else. Those are the only things I'm convinced about. I know Cleveland's off to a great start as Castle throws down another dunk. I'm not too sure about nothing, right? So, oh, Lord, they got a Cassell and a Castle on the same team. That's going to get on my nerves. And Castle back from injury, too. That's going to get on my nerves. Got a 12-point game. I'm not so sure how much more competitive this is going to get. Ooh. I thought he was going to try Wemby. I thought Simon was about to go for one. Jalen Green tried Wemby last game. I like Castle's movement, though. He's moving around pretty well. Because now Chris kind of like the off guard, right? Like, I don't know if Chris really fit in with this team on the court. I guess he's just like the coach. He's probably the coach right now, to be real with you. Yeah, my guess is Chris Paul is the coach right now.
He had to hit one from the mid-range. In the paint.
Well, looks like Chris Paul coached his team to a win. They get the 118-105 win over the Blazers. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is Ferro, Your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is Ferro.